going on, guys? Welcome back to the What Podcast. Today I'm here with
Aiden Allen.
and our special guest.
Xander Edom.
Well, not really special because there'll probably be a lot of them. But today we have 3 activities.
Yep, 3 main topics.
There'll be some similar things and also some new things. We're shaking it up, but still giving you some of the stuff that you guys enjoy.
Keeping
hopefully.
it Star Wars, keeping it sports themed.
Yeah.
I mean, casual podcast stuff around the what.
So first thing we're going to be doing is we're going to be blind ranking breakfast foods. We've already made the list, and since this is Xander's first time on, Xander will be guessing them. How do you feel?
Well, it's breakfast, right? But it's like 5 p.m.
Yeah, it is dinner time, but I think breakfast for dinner kind of hits sometimes.
I mean, it definitely could hit now. I am very hungry.
All right, you
Let's
ready?
get on with it.
Let's go.
But first,
water. Ice Mountain. But,
Not sponsored.
all right.
Unless they want it.
I mean, we'll take a sponsor.
For sure. Especially
Trust
by
me.
my favorite
We're
water.
on the come up. We're on the come up.
My
All right.
favorite water company.
We want to take turns saying.
you got that right now.
All right. First up, 1 through 5, right?
Mhm.
Breakfast foods. Okay. First up,
All right.
waffles.
So this is a blind ranking.
This is a blind ranking, so gotta
Okay.
play it strategically.
I know. I'm trying to think of like all the breakfast foods out there in the world.
Breakfast
Especially.
foods are stacked.
Also,
bro.
do not hate. This is my personal opinion. So let me think here. Waffles are good,
Mm-hmm.
but honestly, in the waffles pancakes debate,
Uh-huh.
that's just 2 items. Pancakes over on top for me.
I agree.
I would say it's pretty respectable.
So, I would. There's some breakfast foods that are goofy though. I'm gonna
Yeah.
put waffles at a safe 4.
Okay. I think that's a little disrespectful. I would have put them 3 middle of the bar and just work from there. But you know what?
I
You
think
do you.
I think 4 is the right decision here.
All right.
I don't
Next.
know about this one.
Well, we'll see.
We'll see how this plays
Next
out
up.
here.
Next up.
We have bacon.
All right, bacon. All right, listen. Bacon. Most people might think bacon might be their number 1 because bacon's like fire, but bacon is gonna be my number 2
Okay.
because it's more. It's technically a side.
Yeah.
And I think it definitely complements a lot of things, but it is overall just really good. So we're gonna go number 2.
I do love me some
Yeah.
pigs.
Yeah, I would
Pigs
say.
are pretty good. I'm
Solid.
not afraid of them if it's in the bacon form.
Next up, we're switching animals over to the chicken. We're going with
Ooh.
eggs here.
Okay, eggs,
Very versatile.
very versatile. We're gonna go 3.
3.
I
Okay.
personally like scrambled eggs.
So-
That's my favorite.
So let's get the list straight here. We have waffles 2,
Waffles 4.
waffles 4. Oh,
Waffles
that's
are 4.
low though. And
Eggs.
bacon's 3, eggs are 2.
Bacon's
other way.
2, eggs are 3.
So we left the
Okay.
1 and 5 spot, which I think
Yeah.
is it's risky.
I know it's
but-
a little bit risky. We have, we'll see. We'll just have to see.
All right. I don't know where he's gonna go with this. I mean,
These last 2, I don't know if you set it up quite properly.
all right, you ready?
Yeah. Our 4th is a bagel.
Our bagel's 5 for me.
Okay.
I really don't like bagels.
So
that
it's
much.
not even like how the positions are. You just don't like bagels.
I like bagels, but are we talking like a plain bagel?
I mean, no, you could put like whatever you want.
Okay, 'cause, like,
cheese
here's
or-
that.
Yeah.
If it's like Panera, you get the cinnamon crunch
I mean,
bagel.
Just in general. I mean,
That's like a specialty bagel. So I'm gonna let's like based off of plain bagels. Personally, more of a donut guy.
So,
Oh,
so just for like a
100%.
little bit of a reference here, usually how these things go is your final one can either be really good
Or really bad.
or
usually
really
that's
bad.
how it works. But I mean, you can't change it
Usually.
now. You've already said it.
I know. So bagels are my
I mean,
5.
that's what I would have gone to. I mean, I don't dislike bagels.
Yeah,
but
me neither.
They're,
But they're not
I don't
a
think
4.
bad
They're not a
bagels.
4 through 1.
No,
They're a
I mean,
5.
I mean, those first 3 are very like those are top
And
top notch
yeah.
breakfast.
Personally, bagels more of a breakfast snack than a breakfast meal.
I mean, yeah,
That
I
is me.
agree. So are bacon and eggs. So I would say so. I mean, I'm not just gonna eat bacon for breakfast, but
I would.
this last one, I don't know how you feel about this food. So
Well, our last
Ready?
but not least is sausage.
I don't really like sausage. I was
Okay.
hoping we were gonna go with the pancakes French toast route because that is just like
that's why I said I was like, I know he loves French toast.
that is
so
like on the pinnacle of
Yeah.
my food
So
list.
I thought since he likes it,
I'm expecting it.
if I
That
put
was a good play.
wherever I put it, he's
Yeah.
gonna put it once. I'm like, I'm just not gonna put it because he's probably gonna expect
It's
it.
a good play.
So-
I will say I do prefer sausage over bagels.
He's, I thought you were gonna say bacon.
No, but I do prefer. I like bacon over.
So
bagels.
what would have your actual list been?
So hold on, we got waffle, bacon, eggs, bagel, sausage. I think we're going bagel at 5, sausage at 4.
I think that's actually in the order that is would be mine.
Nah, I would switch.
I like that order.
Bacon is my 1. We go bagel, sausage. Hold on. Bagel, sausage, eggs, waffle, bacon.
From least to best.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Honestly, pretty close, except for
sausage at 1.
yeah. But it's all right. Sausage ain't that bad.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I thought you played it well. Just we screwed you with the. We got 3 really good ones and then 2 bad ones at the end because I think a general strategy is to keep the 1 and 5 spot, and we just gave you 2 bad.
Agreed.
Or, not bad ones, but not.
It was
wouldn't be your 1 and 2.
Overall, not the worst list ever.
All right.
I would say that's for sure.
That concludes our blind rankings.
So that's gonna, I say we shift gears here.
we have to, yes.
Let's go ahead and look at the next topic, which is.
So we're gonna run back the Star Wars draft.
Woo-hoo-hoo!
I know we just did it, but we have another guy.
I was not here. I feel like I should be added to the league.
I think it was a lot of fun, and I think it's just kind of funny to think about the Star Wars characters in a on
a sport level.
Yeah. And we can do other movies too, but it's just I don't know. It's kind of hard.
Put in the comments other franchises we should do. I feel like I suggested Marvel, but
we could go Marvel. We could go Minions.
There's a lot of ways we can go. But instead of football, we're gonna be doing basketball because football would just be too much of these here people. And we wanted to switch it up a little bit. So yeah, Star Wars basketball.
Same
draft.
characters.
Same character list. 5 players, 1.
How many? Hold on. How many of these do we have?
We have about.
Okay, so we
I don't
could
know.
do 5 and then a bench player.
If we have enough
We'll
and it
get
looks.
there.
Yeah, we'll do that
We'll
last.
kinda
We'll do
get
that
there.
last.
So before we get into it.
We're doing a snake draft today is the question.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Let's do.
think
Yeah,
three-
I like.
think
I
three
like
people-
for basketball. I like that.
Yeah. But first, water.
Wow. Okay. No, it's all right.
He didn't do it last time, so.
That's all right.
I keep forgetting
And
about
it just feels weird to do it with a water.
Yeah.
bottle.
Yeah,
It could be
but it's just like
fun.
but like tradition.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we can do it with nicer glasses. We'll get some better hardware for next time.
We did have
I'd
decent
love
ones
that.
last time. But all right, so we got a list right here. Same list from last time. Are we gonna do a coach and should we get through that?
Let's just get through the players first.
Okay.
Yeah, because honestly, do we really need a basketball game?
Yeah.
We can do that last.
That honestly.
But I think
didn't
we
make a
go
difference.
what? Point guard, shooting guard.
Whatever you want.
That did
Right
make
down
a
the order,
difference.
right? What are the positions?
Oh wait, no, we started with coaches first last time.
Yeah, I say we save it for the end because
Okay.
we did all the other stuff. So do you want to do 1, 2, 3, 4?
Yeah.
that.
Okay.
Oh, we gotta pick a point guard. Oh, all right. It's easier.
Wait, you got first overall. We'll let him get the first overall pick because you had the first overall pick.
Yeah.
last time.
All right, hold on. So I gotta get a good point guard.
You don't have to write. We just
I am
need to
ready.
Okay.
I got. This is
Well,
my
you're
draft.
first pick, so hurry up.
What are the positions again?
Point guard, shooting guard, small forward, power forward, center. You don't need Just-
Forward. That's what it was. I forgot what a small forward was.
LeBron James.
Long day.
And a center. And we'll go coach at the end. All right.
Who do we think is the first overall pick? Predictions on Mel Kiper's 2024 NBA mock draft?
So, in my opinion here, when I'm looking at the draft style, I'm kind of seeing where you want to place your team around. And I remember when we did the football draft, we kind of took a player, and for me at least, we built the team around that player,
Yeah.
especially your first draft pick. So, there's a lot of ways you go here. I think Chewy as a center could be a really good first pick,
Okay.
especially getting him. He's such a big player. He's mobile. I mean, we've seen it. I've seen it in the series. He's pretty strong.
Mhm. And he gives me minis in Fortnite.
Really.
He does give you.
However,
that is not
the
wrong.
communication could be lacking.
That is true. Unless you get
true.
Han. If you do get Han, then you could be fine. If you
Or if
don't,
you get C-3PO as the bench because he can speak all the languages.
sure.
and
Actually, no.
translate
See,
for you.
actually, that might lead me into picking a good
So
decision here.
my second other possible first round pick and first overall could be Luke as a strong point guard.
Yeah.
The man's stable. He knows how to lead a team. I just don't know if it's gonna beat Chewbacca at center.
Okay.
We'll see. All right. I'm first overall, 2024 Star Wars Galactic Basketball Association, the GBA. Here we are in the first pick. My first pick in the 2024-2025. This is 2025, right?
Yes. Sure.
In the actually it's 2024. Never mind. For my first pick in the 2024 GBA draft, I'm gonna select Yoda as my
Whoa, that's
point guard.
Okay. He's quick.
He's quick, an experienced player, been in the
True.
league for about
I mean,
800 years.
He's the Jedi Master.
He's the Jedi Master. I think we're gonna get some good leadership, and definitely, he's more of like Mike Conley. He's a little shorter,
Okay.
but he could be a shooter. He's definitely
Yeah.
gonna have good communication.
Oh yeah.
He's definitely gonna be a good leader. So that's what I'm gonna build my team around.
The only problem I have with Yoda, same thing with the football, is the endurance. He's
Mhm.
old. He's not going to be able to be running up the court for he's going to need a lot of.
That is true, but I think he definitely can be a good support.
Oh yeah, I
player.
mean he's the Jedi Master. I mean he's going to bring the whole team
Yeah.
together.
definitely good to have a veteran on a young team.
For sure,
really
for sure.
around.
Okay, so next second pick. I mean, there's so many ways I can go. I'm trying to think of communication, so I would prefer people who can all speak English. I'm trying to go for. I'm thinking right now. I'm gonna go with Mando. And the thing is, I was thinking like Darth Vader, like you took him first, but I think the conditioning will be a problem for him too. I think Mando's big. I think I'll take him for my power forward. And if he's still younger, I think he's in shape and can run up and down the court a lot.
I like
I don't-
Darth Vader. I just think, like you said, his mobility could be an
Yeah.
issue.
My only question with Mandalorian is he going to be allowed to use his gadgets in game?
No, I don't think gadgets should be allowed. I mean, I
But he's
don't.
going to have to keep his helmet on, which could affect his visibility when shooting.
True, but I mean he's a power forward, so I don't think he'll be shooting a ton. I
That is
think
true.
he'll be more of a like guy
That's fair. That's fair.
sits in the paint, like screens and stuff. So
Fair.
I don't know. I don't feel like that was the best, but I'm kind of just winging it here, and that was just what came to my mind. So
So I get 2 picks here with the snake draft.
you do.
I'm gonna go my first overall pick. I said it before. I'm taking Luke.
Okay.
I like
I like that.
a solid
I like
pick.
everything he brings. I like everything he stands for. Good kid. So I'm taking Luke.
He's young.
Yep.
He's calm. Like we said, he can handle the pressure. I think he's a good leader, even though he is young. I think people respect him.
I think that's definitely a franchise building pick for sure.
100%.
And so my second pick, and we did this last time. I believe he was a wide receiver, and he's athletic. He does support the Sith, but
He's going
my
Darth
man's
Maul.
a G. So I'm going Darth Maul
Mhm.
as my small forward.
That I was thinking about him, but I took him first overall last time, I think. So I
Yeah.
couldn't do it again.
That is true. That is true.
I don't know. The chemistry could be an issue with Luke and Darth Maul. And
That
all
could be. I mean, they are from different time periods.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how much that'll go into play.
But I think they both have the same goal of beating the opposing team. So
I think
Yeah.
that's not. I think there's good competitive fire.
So I have a power forward. I have a strong guy with all the metal around him. So I'm thinking I go an actual. Well, I mean, Mando's a human, but no metal or anything around him. I want someone a good leader, because Mando isn't necessarily a leader. I want someone that people can trust.
Han Solo.
Not too emotional, like Luke can handle the pressure. Han Solo wouldn't be a bad pick, but I think sometimes he's a little too full of himself. We
Yeah.
need someone that's a little more humble.
Mhm.
I think here I'm going to go Mace Windu.
Oh, that was what I was looking
Definitely
at.
for what position?
Shooting guard.
I was thinking small forward, but honestly,
Really?
there aren't a lot of big guys. I mean, Darth Vader's big, but I don't know if anyone's going to pick him. I mean, that's a risky pick. I mean, there's
Yeah.
Chewbacca, but
That's for sure.
I think I'm going to... I'll go Mace Windu small forward.
All right.
Good. I think that's a solid pick. Definitely some experience and a wise leader. I think for sure.
Yeah.
All right. I get 2 picks, right?
Yes.
All right. For my second pick, I think there's definitely some areas on the team we need to address. We got a good wise leader, but he is a little old. I think we need a little more fire to the team. I'm gonna go with Anakin, and I'm gonna put him at small forward. I believe we can definitely use. He's definitely a downhill player. I think we can definitely use his emotional standpoint to
Yeah.
address and get some We need some aggressiveness because Yoda's a little old. He may need some help. We definitely need a younger, more aggressive player. So I'm going Anakin at the small forward position.
Thoughts?
My only problem with that is we've seen Anakin in the actual movies change sides before. Do we think that could be a problem with him requesting trades for other teams?
This is very true.
That is
And at the very least, I think there will definitely be some locker room issues, especially with Yoda, someone who's so wise and knows what he's doing. Anakin's going to want to be himself, and Anakin's going to want the
Yeah.
ball in a lot, and I think Yoda might play a little more strategically, where Anakin knows he's good,
Yeah.
and Anakin might want the ball a little too much. He might be like a Stephon Diggs in football.
Yeah, let's not do that.
So I think he has. I mean, obviously, he has a lot of potential, and that emotion can be a good thing, but it could like make some issues with the locker room, and he might just throw some flagrant fouls.
That is
or
that is for sure. That is
something.
for sure.
But,
All right, for my third pick, I'm gonna take this because, like Aiden addressed, and actually Brad said it too. There's not much height here. I'm gonna go take for my third pick. I'm taking Chewbacca at my center. I think I definitely need
Yeah.
a big, strong player to go get me some rebounds
Mhm.
and just play in the paint. And there's really not that much height and brawn in this draft, so I'm
Yeah.
gonna take Chewbacca.
So, with him taking Chewbacca, the center position is pretty limited now. I mean, there's really no one that can match Chewbacca in height, and we don't have the Star Wars Encyclopedia, but I'm assuming he's the tallest player on this list.
I think he definitely is.
I mean, Darth Vader is big, but
Yeah.
I
I think
locker room could be an issue, conditioning, and like
also
injury prone.
I do think he,
Boba Fett. I'm sorry.
As a center,
as a
Okay,
center.
there's
He's way
nobody.
too small.
There's
But he
nobody
can't
else
use the
big
jetpack.
out there.
He's
But I
not
think
big.
he's the only other option. Like you're not gonna put Jabba the Hutt or Jar Jar.
I mean, I think you definitely. I think
Jabba's a beast in the
yeah,
paint.
I do
though.
think Jabba.
True.
He can't
Jabba.
move.
Listen.
That is a terrible pick. That's-
Yeah, I think you
He'll
definitely.
take up the whole paint.
You
but he
definitely
can't
will
move.
get some 3-second calls because
Yeah.
he is not getting out of there in 3 seconds, or he's not getting out of there in 3 years.
Yeah.
There's just no way.
Does
I
it,
don't-
does
I
it
think-
come with his little sidekick though? A little like.
No,
No.
The
He's in the
munch-
stands.
Okay.
He's not on the team. I do think I definitely went with the right pick taking Chewie there because the center position really is limited in this draft.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, like you said, center is limited, and Darth Vader and Palpatine are both decently big, but they're both old. I think the
Palpatine
only-
is not big, bro. He is,
I mean, he's.
he is-
I guess. Yeah.
and Vader's tall because of the robotics.
Yeah. So I think the only person that even makes some sense here for center, I don't like it, but I think it's the best option is General Grievous.
I think that's actually. I think
He could be a little fragile, but like there's-
personally
But Wemby looks fragile and he's good. So.
that is true.
true.
But to be fair, Wemby doesn't play like. Maybe he won't play like a center. But to be fair, I think definitely General Grievous could definitely be a rebounding machine.
I mean, 4 arms, like we said. in
he is going to be
football, too.
crashing the boards, boxing out like crazy.
Yeah.
Personally, I think I would have rather had him at my power forward. I think he
Yeah.
definitely could have done those screen handoffs a little bit better with all of his limbs, and he definitely still could get rebounds at that position. But honestly, with me taking Chewbacca, I think the pick for that at center is a good decision.
Yeah, and I mean, I guess I could technically switch Mando or whatever. I mean, it's more just, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
it's not like he has to be the center.
that is true. He's a fluid player.
Yeah.
So there's not much left for me looking at this, but that also is good for me because that means it's gonna weaken your guys' teams. So keeping this kind of diverse, I guess. I was gonna go with Jabba the Hutt, but the mobility issue, I don't want to get a 3 in the key a whole lot. So I really like, and this kind of seems a little bit far off, but I do have 2 picks here, and I'm taking as my as my shooting guard, I want, and this is gonna be a bit interesting, but Han Solo.
Okay.
Only reason I like that, he doesn't have to do everything. He's got Luke. He's surrounded by athletic
He's a
people
shooter.
like Darth Maul,
He is a shooter.
but he doesn't have to do everything. So I think it fits the spot of the shooting
Yeah.
guard position.
Yeah, I don't hate that.
So at my 4 though, I believe I have power forward and center left.
Yeah, so you got your big guys you got to get. And saving that for last was interesting because there aren't many big
Yeah.
guys on the list.
So I don't think I'm gonna take my next guy, but I'm gonna go center as Darth Vader. I know he can't move as well,
Yeah.
but there's not anybody else big, but he can box out like crazy.
I
So-
definitely think that with the remaining players on the board, that is definitely the smartest pick
Definitely.
Yeah.
for center for sure.
I mean, just no one else would even fit the position. I mean, he's I
agreed.
don't think he's the best pick, but it's what you got left, and that you made that decision. So I think that's the
I
only,
mean, he's
only way
surrounded
you
with
could go.
3 athletes that you can't really compete with on
Yeah.
any of their levels and their positions. So
Mhm.
I really just like Darth Vader there. My power forward is gonna be interesting.
But like, how does that work when like he needs water and stuff? And like, same for like.
Okay,
Mando,
so I
too.
think you can definitely get this. They may have to go to the locker room. They may just have. Here's the thing. That could be an issue. They may have to wait till halftime.
Yeah.
And they're definitely. The conditioning and water getting abilities could definitely be an issue for those 2 players.
Mhm.
I think Vader's is a little bit less because Mando's is more like religious. So,
Yeah.
but Vader's is like his life support. So I definitely think you definitely could get some water probably in through his system. So I think that's probably
Maybe
Not
Robody's not going to use as much. So
Yeah, he probably. I mean, he still is human though. He's a hybrid, so it could be slightly an issue.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
Okay, so I have point guard and shooting guard left. There's honestly still some decent options. I mean, Grogu is tempting, but I don't think we're gonna go with him today.
I think you just it'd be like putting a 6th grader in a high school game.
yeah, I don't.
I just don't think that's the right. I just don't think that's the right decision.
I like Obi-Wan here. As
what are you
a,
thinking, Padme?
I just feel like that's not.
Yeah,
that's
no,
not either.
that's what I was thinking. I think I'm gonna go. I'll go Obi-Wan shooting guard.
Mm.
I was thinking point guard because I think he would be a good leader, but I don't know how good of a shooter he is, but I think I have someone else in mind. Maybe that could be my point guard. So we'll see.
Nice.
Wait, why just? I wrote shooting guard. Instead of Obi-Wan.
All right, so
Funnies.
my last 2 picks, I need to fill the 2 position and 4 position: shooting guard, power forward. I'm gonna go ahead and address the shooting guard position first. I think there's a clear answer to my question here. I'm taking Boba Fett as my shooting guard.
Okay.
I think that is definitely a solid pick. He's not really the tallest player, so he definitely can't play power forward. He's
Yeah.
a shooter for sure.
He is.
He's definitely got the resilience that he needs as his career is being a bounty hunter, and he's gonna be making some big bucks on my basketball team.
So
So we're on Boba.
you get another pick.
I do get.
You thinking Jar Jar here?
That is slightly tempting. I do think he could. Here's the thing. I need a power forward. I don't think Jar Jar's going to set me the best screens. I think he's probably actually going to run away from the other players and get called for a illegal screen. So I think from a penalty standpoint, he's definitely fouling out with that. So I don't think that's probably the smartest decision. Low key,
You got
yeah.
R2D2.
I was kind of thinking that. I mean, listen, imagine R2D2 screen setting ability.
What do you mean? He's so short.
Nah, all right. So I think we're gonna go. I think there's really one pick here.
I know where he's going. That's who I want.
I'm gonna go with Qui-Gon Jinn.
Oh, that's not what I was
Wow, that's
expecting.
not what I was expecting.
I think Qui-Gon Jinn, he's definitely older, but I think he definitely has some leadership, and he can definitely put that into the power forward position. I think he probably isn't the greatest athlete ever,
Yeah.
but I think he's definitely gonna be more of a support role to assist Anakin and Yoda and Boba, and definitely he can get the ball to Chewie in the paint. I think he's more gonna be like a role player instead of an
Yeah.
actual star.
Yeah, I mean.
But I think it's definitely necessary for the team.
Well, I mean, looking at your team, you don't need an absolute star in that position.
Exactly.
Yeah, and with the team you have left, really him or Palpatine were the only ones that even make sense for the power forward. Everyone else is too small, I think.
I agree.
So I have the point guard left. Honestly, I'm thinking Padme might be the Caitlin Clark.
Could be true. It might be a little
she's-
bit of a risk though.
It is a risk, and I think the chemistry, and it would just be weird with a girl on the team. So I'm gonna take Lando for my point guard.
I think I like that pick. He definitely, honestly, here's the thing. I don't think he's going to be a star point guard.
Yeah.
He's probably going to be more point guard. Passes off. He still probably will get 15 a game, but I think he might want to aim for like 10 plus assists.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Oh, okay. So, pretty much, I'm looking at the center position still. The only guys I'm really looking at, I guess, is Boba Fett.
Xander took him.
Ali did okay.
Yeah.
I like Jabba the Hutt, but like
Interesting pick.
it's the only guy I have left at center, really. So
I mean, do you think C-3PO?
C-3PO
I'm
cannot
actually
play.
gonna go the other way. I only like
Palpatine?
yes, but hear me out. Not because he's big, and no one's gonna get near him with those sparky fingers. Come on now.
Palpatine and Darth Vader on the same team is nasty.
That is some good chemistry, especially
I thought
like,
Darth Vader's your center though. You took him as your center. So
Yes, he's a small forward, power forward.
Okay.
Palpatine.
Yeah.
Dude, you
Yeah.
could definitely have those good screen roles
Oh my
between
gosh.
Vader and Palpatine.
That's
The
nasty.
chemistry is gonna be there for
That's-
sure.
That's nasty.
I think 100%.
So
Should
I
we-
think that's solid. And then
Okay.
for my coach,
Are we gonna do coaches? These
Yeah.
are kind of random people left. Like you really
Yeah.
think Jar Jar's your coach?
I'm gonna take R2D2 as my coach.
I like that. I think he's a good
I
guy.
think it's a solid pick.
Um,
Ow.
so all of these guys do speak English, so I won't need C-3PO for. Wait, kind of Mike.
Yeah.
So I won't need C-3PO for like the language or anything. I think he would be decent. I think honestly, can Baby Yoda talk?
That's up to you, bro. That's all up to you.
I mean, he's in the pod, so there could be some form of communication.
Plus, he can definitely make sure he rushes up to the refs really fast to argue against fouls in that pod, for sure.
It's just gonna
True.
be interesting on how you look at it.
True.
He's gonna be talking to those refs fast.
I mean, like, it's either like C-3PO or Jar Jar. I'm not getting Jar Jar. That's gonna cause way too many problems.
What about Leia? Leia's
Yeah.
a good leader. She led the whole whole rebellion.
You're right. I'm gonna go Leia. Yeah.
I mean, she
I
led
don't
the
know.
whole
Actually, I
rebellion
don't know how I
in
didn't
sequels,
see
so-
that earlier. Definitely Leia.
I think definitely a girl on the team could definitely cause some issues, but I think a woman as a coach might not be a
Yeah,
bad decision.
and it
I
might,
also just played you because I didn't want you to take C-3PO.
I mean, I don't think I need him. I think he's gonna freak out too much. He's like, oh my gosh.
It could be
We're
true.
down by 2.
All right, so it's my pick. I did just hint at it, but yeah, I'm gonna take C-3PO as my coach, and I was really hoping this. I took a little bit of a gamble. You said Anakin could be, I always want the ball,
Yeah.
but you need a good coach to talk him out of it, and who better than his own creation, who he's a friend with, C-3PO.
This is true.
I think
Listen to him,
C-3PO
though.
I think he definitely does. It's
That
like one of
is-
his best friends.
That's smart.
I think
Maybe.
C-3PO definitely can keep Anakin's emotions in check while keeping him being an aggressive player. I have Chewbacca, so communication could be a bit of an issue. But now with, how many languages does he speak?
I don't know.
A lot. He speaks a lot of languages, so he's definitely going to speak Wookiee.
And Yoda's chill with the Wookiees too.
Yoda's also chill with the Wookiees, and that helps me from point guard center
I mean,
chemistry.
Yoda's pretty. I mean, probably would have been the best. I mean, he's the most wise.
That is true,
so-
but I think you definitely need his athleticism.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, it's almost like you have two coaches on the team,
Well-
C-3PO and Yoda.
That could help. We got the coach on the bench, and we got a coach on the court.
Yeah.
I think that definitely could play in pretty well. Honestly, I think my whole team, everyone's on the light side except for Boba Fett, but he's a bounty hunter, so as
Yeah.
long as I just give him the big contract, we're all good.
Yeah,
I
that's
think my
smart.
team chemistry is going to be really good, and I think this is probably a championship team.
Okay. What are your thoughts on your team?
I'm gonna say team chemistry isn't everything here, but I'm gonna say these guys can come together and make some great things happen. I mean, you look at Skywalker, both of them solid. Palpatine, you can't beat him. I mean, come on now. I mean, he's not the best in the position, but you don't need to be the best when you're surrounded by, 3 amazing athletes like Solo, Maul, and Skywalker. I
This
mean,
is true.
all 3 of them can make it happen on their own and can probably drop 50 any night they want.
Mm-hmm.
And then led by R2D2, who really is just kind of a face. I mean, he's not really a great coach, but I think he's there. But when you got Palpatine, the older veteran can kind of substitute him for that. So that's all I really have to say. What about you, Brad?
I think my team's pretty good. I actually do like the coach Leia. I think she could kind of bring the guys together and calm them down a little bit. We got a lot of wise guys. I think Obi-Wan and Mace Windu will help with that. Power forward and center, Mando and General Grievous, so 2 like strong or metal guys.
They are made
which
of metal.
I think,
Well, only one of them technically.
I think is good. Like, I mean, because it's kind of hard to go up against him. And I think
Sure.
Lando as a point guard is solid. Because I think he's pretty short, and I think he's a good guy. And I don't think the team chemistry will be too bad. I mean, the only bad guy is really General Grievous, but I don't think it'll be that much of an issue. So I mean, I think
Here's the thing: you do have Obi-Wan and General Grievous on the same team.
this is
So
true.
that could be a bit of an issue.
Yeah.
They might be saying hi to each other a couple times on the court, which you probably should make sure they're fighting the other team.
Yeah. So that could be an issue, but I think like skill wise and stuff, I have a solid team.
I agree.
I would say everything set aside, all of these teams have a chance to beat each other equally.
For
But
sure.
I mean, when I'm looking at the pure stats over there, I like Xander's team a lot. But being led by C-3PO, I just don't think that he's going to have the coaching ability to get things done. I agree with my team being R2-D2. I like the veteran, but you got to have a good coach. And I've seen Leia, I mean, in the sequels, which, but you've
Yeah,
seen
but
how
I
she
mean-
leads the Republic. and she knows what she's
R2D2 is
doing.
the worst coach out of the 3. He
I
can't
agree.
even talk in English.
I agree.
Exactly. Like I said, he's just a figurehead.
Yeah.
I think
I mean,
I
Brad.
think he's a good guy.
I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
personally, Aiden picked the best star players. Brad picked the best coach. I picked the best overall team. That's my opinion. I think
Yeah, I
Aiden
mean-
has good team chemistry between Palpatine and Vader. That is for sure. They're going to be putting up buckets every night.
But we can see how that doesn't work. I mean, when you had like Anthony Davis, LeBron, and Russell Westbrook on the same team, they just can't get it done. So that's going to be a bit interesting to figure out if they can work
That is
If
together.
they were all in their prime though, they would.
yeah,
Yes,
but
maybe.
they're old, so.
But they have no leadership, so it's kind of hard. I
That's
mean,
true.
it's hard to say which one of these teams would win. So put it on the community tab,
We will.
You guys
And,
vote?
and we'll have voting go.
No one did it on the NFL one, so.
Well, you guys better vote on this one.
Well,
Don't be
we
a
didn't
loser.
post it on the right podcast.
Well, at least I have some followers. We have 2 on.
Okay,
so
well, it's getting there.
I
Follow
thought there
up,
maybe there was
follow
a
up.
chance we could get like 5.
Nah, make sure you post about this on your main channel.
But yeah, that concludes our Star Wars basketball draft. I think that was very fun.
I agree.
3 solid teams.
Indeed.
Same thing. I mean, there's some issues and some good things with all of them.
I agree.
So, yeah, that's it for that. Anything else we need to say before we move on?
No, I think it's time to switch to the next topic. What do you think?
Which is?
We're gonna be there. These two fools over here are gonna be guessing the top 10 United States to live in, as voted by. I don't actually know what it is. I'll get you guys in a second. But first, we should probably get water.
Ice Mountain.
Wow. Please tell me you didn't see that. All right. So this is on usnews.com. Best state rankings. Overall, we got multiple different. This is actually a very in-depth website. I was not aware of this. We got multiple different categories here to rank these states in. We have it overall rankings, and it also has their rankings in.
Yes.
All right, we'll be up in a minute. This is gonna be the longest minute ever. Anywho, we got 8 different categories these states are ranked in, and it also rates them.
The first 5, I went back to the second 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
I call somebody real quick.
It ranks them overall based on, I assume, like a point system from these other things. We got crime and corrections, education, healthcare, natural environment, infrastructure, fiscal stability, economy, and opportunity. And overall, those will all be added up into
The overall ranking.
the overall ranking. So we're gonna go from 10 to 1.
We're not gonna go in order. If I just get one, then tell me where it's
All right,
at.
well, let me make sure I get all of them. All right. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and start. You may proceed. You're doing 5, right?
Okay, yeah. So what first comes to mind is like the big states like Florida, California, Texas. But
Fumble.
I think they might be on there, but there's definitely gonna be like some random ones. But I think a safe place to start is Florida.
All right, so Florida is number 9
Wow.
out
okay,
of the top 10. Number 1 in education and number 1 in economy. 45 in opportunity. 26 in healthcare. I mean, honestly, 13 in natural environment. Obviously, yes, they have the oceans. I think definitely a solid pick. 13 in crime and corrections, so definitely a good, safe place. But good economy and good education in the state of
Can you
Florida.
tell me the categories again? Like that 8 categories.
Crime and corrections, education, healthcare, natural environment, economy, fiscal stability, infrastructure, and opportunity.
Okay.
I assume opportunity means for like the U.S. citizen
Yeah.
to like prosper. I assume that's what it means.
So this next guess, I don't think it'll be on there, but I have to get this out of my mind. Is Ohio on there?
This is the biggest idiot I've ever talked to.
Dang
No,
it.
Ohio is not on there.
It wouldn't have gone out of my
I
mind.
will
until
actually. Let me
now.
find you where Ohio is. This website's really slow. Does not load very fast.
It's fine. It's,
All right, you may take another guess while I find Ohio. Why is it not loading?
I have
Oh,
no
my whole
clue
thing
on
just
most of the
froze.
categories. Like I don't know the economy and the education. I don't know. What about like Massachusetts?
Okay, so Massachusetts is number 10.
Wow. Okay. so I'm
Massachusetts,
guessing-
honestly, very bad on the back half end. 39 in fiscal stability, 39 in infrastructure, 46 in opportunity. But 4 in crime and corrections, 3 in education, 2 in healthcare, 7 in natural environment, and 8 in economy. Overall, very good state to live in. I would definitely say if you're interested in history, personally from experience, I went to Massachusetts, I went to Boston, lots of American Revolution history there. So if you're a nerd, like myself, I think definitely a good spot to go for vacations. But for living, also a good city. Or not good city, good state. Boston is a pretty cool city. If you don't like living in the city, I'm sure Massachusetts has some good suburbs you can reside in. Definitely a good East Coast state to live in.
Okay. Next, I'm gonna throw out a random one. Is like Utah.
All right, you're going to be shocked to hear this, but Utah is number 1.
What?
Utah is the number 1 overall
Okay.
ranked state, and I will tell you why, because the website just reloaded. All right, Utah. I don't know why. I feel like this is not correct. Unless they're ranking it from like 50 is the best. But Utah is 46 in natural environment, which personally I think, unless they're talking about like the cold and their altitude, I would understand. But Utah, personally, beautiful state. I really want to take another vacation back there. I really thought it was cool. Love the mountains, love the national parks. But 9 in crimes and correction, 2 in education, 3 in economy, 3 in infrastructure. Amazing state overall. highest opportunity rate out of the states we've listed so far.
Wow,
And
wow.
Utah is the best state in the country.
Okay, so we have Utah 1,
Okay.
Florida 9, Massachusetts 10.
That's correct.
That's all we have so far.
Yes.
We have 3.
I'm 3 for 3 though.
Okay.
Yeah, yes, 3.
Well,
Well,
I
you
guess
said
Ohio,
Ohio.
but that was kind of it was like a joke,
It was-
but it wasn't.
Alright, so yeah.
So,
Okay.
you got any guesses at the top of your head?
I'm gonna say California's up there.
That's what I was thinking.
Alright, so contrary to popular belief, California is not in the top 10 U.S. states. to live in.
I was wondering. I feel like it would either be really high or not.
And honestly, I do feel like, I mean, California is definitely popularity-wise. I think
Yeah.
definitely in population, but definitely a more famous state. But I think tax rates very high.
Yeah.
So I feel like for the average American citizen, definitely could not
Oh,
be
so this is
amazing.
the average American. I thought it was
I
the
need
top
a
state.
charger.
Hello?
What?
We're leaving right now.
All right, we got like 7 more states.
He doesn't know what that means.
Okay. I'm thinking like they're not gonna be like northern state. Like it's not gonna be like like North Dakota, South
Hey,
Dakota,
can you pull
Minnesota.
this up on your phone?
Maybe. What is it
It's
on?
like 7%. It's gonna be enough.
Yeah, 7%.
All right.
It's got. That's fine.
Uh,
I'm gonna say it's for the average American. It's for opportunity, right?
That
there's
is one- that
there's
is one of
eight
the categories.
I mean, just think overall.
Okay.
Yes.
Oklahoma.
It's so bare there, though. It's so bare. I mean, that. Okay. I think I think it's
Oklahoma
wrong.
is not in the top 10.
I just don't feel like. Yeah, I was say I don't feel like it'd be the top 10. We're forgetting Hawaii, and Alaska.
You think they're gonna be on there?
Neither of those are on.
I
there.
don't know why.
I was just making sure we didn't.
I don't know if you guys took that as an official guess, but it's all of these are in the lower 48.
Is Texas on there?
Texas is not on.
Okay.
They are- Texas is not in the top 10.
specific. So I'm gonna say is Colorado one of them?
You guys are really selling hard. Colorado is not in the top 10.
Colorado.
Georgia.
Georgia is not in the top 10.
Oh,
Wow.
North Carolina.
Nope.
South Carolina?
Nope.
Let's go for wait. Is this for average American and it's for opportunity, right?
That's okay.
There's
Opportunity is
8
one of the
categories.
categories. You want me to read the categories?
Give me the categories.
Crime and corrections.
Wait. So lowest in crime and collections.
Yeah.
Yes, like
Okay,
best,
okay.
like you
So
know,
like
law
So
enforcement.
like
system.
New Hampshire's gonna be one.
New Hampshire's number 2.
There you go.
Wow.
New Hampshire is
Okay, I don't think
number
I know that.
1 in crime and corrections, 9 in education, 7 in economy, 10 in opportunity, 13 healthcare, 8 natural environment, 38 in fiscal stability, and 22 in
Okay, so is
infrastructure.
Maine one?
Maine, please load website.
We're leaving.
Because I feel like they could have really high economics considering they're right on the coast.
What?
We have to go now.
Maine is not.
Is Rhode Island or Vermont?
Ooh, Rhode Island could be, and it's such a small area.
It's not.
Very guessing north.
What'd you say again?
Rhode Island and Vermont.
I don't believe Rhode Island is. I think Vermont is. If this will load. It just gives me. Okay, Vermont is number 7
Wow.
with
okay,
number
that's
3 in crime and corrections. Not so great of an education, but number 1 in
solid.
opportunity.
Pittsburgh being there, it's a major city.
Number-
Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania, I do not believe.
Wait, so what's number 1?
Number 1 is Utah.
Wow, that's surprising me.
So
I
you
guess
think,
there
like,
is a continental
you
railroad.
think,
we
like
can check to there.
Arizona or New Mexico since it's around there.
I like both of those. I don't like New Mexico. I like Arizona.
Arizona,
Okay, yes, New Mexico.
Nevada.
Nope.
I don't know. why
There's
it's
nothing
like-
in Nevada.
I think like Kansas,
Kansas is not.
That's
Oklahoma. I mean, I already said that earlier.
You did, but it's not in there.
Missouri. Oh, that's the night.
Missouri,
Oh, wow,
St.
okay.
Louis is like number 1 in crime though.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's probably not St. Louis.
St. Louis is a city.
Yeah, but it's
Alabama,
still in, it's in
Mississippi.
Neither of those are in there.
Missouri. I'm just guessing 50 states at this point.
Indiana.
We usually have a
Indiana?
punishment with how many
Indiana's
guesses.
not there.
Indiana's so prosperous though. Like I feel like it should be.
Wait, hurry up.
Wisconsin,
Wisconsin? I don't believe.
Washington.
Washington is in there. Washington is number 8.
Yeah, it's a good
Mainly
vacation
because
area.
of they are 7th in infrastructure, 10th in healthcare, 11th in national environment,
We're leaving right now.
13 in education.
What else? What do we have left?
What do you mean? Like positions?
Yeah.
We got 6, 5, 4, 3.
So 4. Iowa.
Iowa's number 6. Good
Okay,
guess.
okay.
11th in
Yeah, I would've
education.
thought Iowa.
Number 3 in opportunity. 10th in infrastructure. Pretty good overall pick.
Minnesota.
Yeah.
Minnesota. Minnesota's number 4.
Oh, okay, I did not really.
We got number 2 in natural environment. Number 9 in infrastructure. Number 7
I was
in
gonna
fiscal
say Minnesota.
stability.
What about Montana? Is
Montana is not.
I was
Wow.
that would be weird.
Yeah.
I think we have 2 picks left. You
Is
got number
Oregon
5.
on there?
Oregon's not.
I-
You got number 3 and you got number 5.
Mississippi.
No. You're-
Louisiana.
Nope.
Louisiana not being on there is crazy.
I will say-
Tennessee, they have
Tennessee's
low
not.
ROI.
Tennessee,
that was a good
Tennessee
guess.
is not.
Tennessee, wow.
Kentucky?
Kentucky's not.
Yeah, Kentucky's a high crime rate, I would say.
Idaho.
Idaho is number 5.
Wow.
What?
Number
Okay, so there's
2
some
in
random
economy.
states.
Number 2 in economy. Number 9 in fiscal stability.
They're number 2 in economy.
Yeah, that is why they are
Wow.
number 5. I assume that's like everything else is pretty. It's definitely up there. It's above average.
Okay.
You got the
One
final
last.
spot, number 3.
I feel like we've named all 50 states. Michigan?
No,
No, it definitely
it
isn't.
would. I didn't think it would
Minnesota.
be. We already said that.
you already said
Okay.
Minnesota. I will say you're in the region.
I already
This is
said
mid
Wisconsin.
Illinois.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Ah, okay,
I
so
already
it's like
said
right in the middle.
I already said Wisconsin,
Iowa,
Kansas.
Illinois.
Kansas.
You already said
I
Kansas.
did.
Yeah, not on.
Is it South Dakota?
You're getting close.
North Dakota.
Nope.
What's right next to North and South Dakota?
We already said Colt. Wait, what's the?
Wyoming? It's
That's
not-
what I was thinking.
It's
Okay.
not,
It's not Wyoming. But you're think square, rectangular.
Already
Big
said-
square
Colorado.
rectangular.
Colorado?
No, you already said Colorado.
Oh, I thought we
I
did.
feel like I missed.
You're
said
missing
Kansas.
one.
We said Kansas. We said Oklahoma.
You're missing a key.
Nebraska. Is it Nebraska?
Grace was correct.
Ah,
Number
yeah.
Nebraska.
Lily was right. Number 3, Nebraska. You got
Wow.
3 in fiscal stability, 4 in infrastructure, 9 in national
So
environment.
just for that, I think we should actually introduce our backstage guests over here.
Yeah, they really want us to leave. Come
You-
on, camera,
you wanna
guys.
Come on, camera.
We got Grace.
Who gave us the W answer? Nebraska.
We got Lily.
Yeah, sorry Nebraska. We kind of forgot about you.
Yeah, I did not because I had the list.
I
A
mean,
lot of square states ranked very high up on this list. Honestly, I don't blame them.
Brad, that's a team that the.
I just don't know how Ohio is at number 1.
I
okay.
just feel
I
like
don't see them being number 1, but I'm surprised they're not top 10.
I mean, there's definitely like some like boring spots. Like there's just a lot of
Yeah,
grass everywhere, but I
yeah.
think it's a decent state to live in. I mean, I don't
Yeah.
think there's like the crime rate or anything bad. I think the education's decent.
Well, we have Columbus, and Columbus is very high on crime rate. Same with Cincinnati.
It is.
yeah, because we have
Yeah.
big cities.
And if you
Cleveland,
notice,
too.
like Toledo has a really big crime rate,
Yeah.
but I would say our economic opportunity is really high. And
And
there's a
we
lot of
do have, we
crime
definitely
rate.
have some military opportunities here. We also have, what else do we have in Ohio?
Columbus is the most diverse city in America.
There you go.
That's a fun fact. We also have Sandusky, we have Cedar Point. I mean, if you're coming
there
here
wasn't
from
like
the coast,
entertainment.
There was not entertainment.
but we rank really high on GDP. Like we have really high income. Like we should have really high income.
I don't know. What were they? Did you?
I think it only does top 10.
So I think it's.
Oh wait,
actually-
load more.
Well, we don't have time for that.
Yeah, we're a
So-
little late for dinner reservation.
Yeah, we're supposed to be there right now, so
We're like
that
5 minutes late.
We're back really
That's
late.
fine.
this concludes
Come on.
our 3rd podcast, guys.
Yes, episode 3, season 1 still.
Yes.
I hope I can
Wait,
come
did we
back on.
introduce where we were? We're in a basement
Yeah, we keep forgetting to do that. We're in a basement
Yeah, in a
in a
basement.
house
with a dinosaur.
with the T-Rex.
So we do have a T-Rex. You guys definitely should wait though, because I'm getting close.
So,
Um.
oh, I
Ohio.
So yeah, that.
Oh wait, no, I'm
that's-
not. Never mind.
That's about it. Pretty solid episode with our guy.
yeah.
Thanks for having me on. I hope I
Yeah.
can come back more.
Yeah, I bet you will be on multiple more.
Woo!
Yeah.
So this is kind of the what for now. But first,
Agua.
it's time to chug it. Oh man. Never good at this.
Right on the camera. Alright. Adios, amigos.
Until next time.